Well, United States Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and African Union Chairwoman Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma are meeting Wednesday here in Washington at the State Department for talks focused on the M23 rebels in eastern Congo and terrorists in northern Mali.
Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs Johnny Carson is also at the meeting. He just returned from talks with Congolese President Joseph Kabila and Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni about the situation in eastern Congo. Now, for more insight on today's high-level meeting, we're joined by VOA Scott Stearns live at the State Department. Hello, Scott.
Hello, Vincent.
And now we know that this meeting is running the whole day. One of the topics is the DRC, Congo. Just give us a sense of what the situation is with the interplay between Rwanda, Uganda, and Congo in this conflict.
Indeed, they'll be hearing from Ambassador Carson about his trip to the region and not only his meetings with President Kabila and President Museveni, but also with Rwandan officials, including the foreign minister, about an effort, of course, to get this M23 rebellion to pull back from Goma, to allow for unhindered humanitarian assistance to the civilians displaced by the fighting in Congo, and the recognition that that solving this problem isn't simply a military one, and that the presidents of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, and Uganda have to somehow find some mechanism of working together to address the underlying issues of continuing instability in the Kivus.
Yes, and we know that they're also talking about Mali. It is like something that for a few days has been a little silent. What is the state of things over there?
Well, as you know, the Economic Community of West African States is preparing a military force to go into Mali to help retrain the Mali military and then move with them, hopefully into the north, to counter some of the Tuareg rebellions and Al-Qaeda-affiliated terrorists who've taken charge of northern Mali since the coup against the government in Bamako. So the hope is that the African Union can play a role in supporting that ECOWAS force, largely to involve countries that need to be involved in that process but are not part of ECOWAS, principally Algeria, as an outside force to help both the United States and France support that ECOWAS force with logistics and intelligence. Clearly, you can't take charge of what's going on in northern Mali unless you control the border between Mali and Algeria.
And now we know that many times the African Union is said to be a kind of a toothless bulldog. Would you say that this is the first time in the last few years that we have seen the U.S. Strongly have a very serious conversation with the AU right here in Washington?
This is an important high-level meeting between the United States and African Union. You need look only for the example of Mali. This ECOWAS force is being modeled on the AMISOM force, which was successful in Somalia, helping that new government take charge and pushing back al-Shabaab rebels. That is an African Union force. So clearly there's a greater credibility for the Continental Alliance given their results in Somalia.
Well, thanks a lot, Scott. Now, viewers, Scott Stearns reporting live from the State Department.